Nordli 6-drawer version from IKEA. Hey everyone, welcome back to Clueless Dad. Today we're going to assemble a Nordli chest of drawers from IKEA. This is the 80 centimeter wide version with 6 drawers stacked in a single column, not to be confused with the one which is 3 and 3. Goes for about $215 US here in Hong Kong. It's actually more expensive in the US. I think it's like 230. It comes in 5 separate packs, and it's basically actually sort of 2 chests of drawers stacked on top of each other. So anyway, let's get started. I'm going to do this all in time lapse, and I'll stop every once in a while to add some commentary, maybe a little voiceover, and at the end I will summarize. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1, go. And before I forget, you're going to need a hammer and a Phillips and a flat-bladed screwdriver, and obviously a box cutter to get this thing open. So just make sure you have those handy before you start. Also, you're going to want to put something down on the floor for certain parts of this, either a rug or a towel, or just use the cardboard. Okay, so I've got everything ready to go, pretty much. Okay, so just so you understand, the Nordli is like a kind of modular system. So in this case, I have an upper half, 3 drawers. I have a lower half, 3 drawers, and I obviously have the 6 drawers there ready to go. But the way that it works is that you basically could combine, mix and match these different sub-assemblies. So in this case, 3 drawers on top of 3 drawers, and then at the bottom there will be a base, and at the top there's obviously like a top cover piece. And so no matter what's in the middle, those top and bottom are the same. So it's actually sort of 2 separate pieces that you can combine. So it's actually 2 separate sets of instructions. One is on how to make the drawers and how to make this assembly. The other one is like how to combine multiple things like this with the top and bottom. So one key thing to note is that in this case, when I'm stacking these 2, the total height will be about 150 centimeters, so it's like 5'2", something like that. And so, especially if you live in earthquake country, but even if you don't, they want you to drill into the wall and anchor this thing down. Actually, IKEA does that now on almost everything. Anything that's like maybe more than 3 feet tall, they want you to anchor to the wall. If you actually have kids in your house and you pay IKEA to assemble any furniture that you buy, they must anchor it to the wall before they leave. That's actually like their rule now. So anyway, since I'm usually assembling most things myself and I'm a renter and we live in a very seismically stable place, I generally don't anchor things all the time, but in this case probably a good idea because literally drawers look like stairs, and I have a 3.5-year-old now. So I will be doing that, but in this case I'm going to wait till my wife arrives and we decide the final placement of the thing. So I won't show it here. So the good news is that IKEA includes 2 of these guys. This is basically like not just the strap to connect to the wall, but actually the concrete screw with the little expansion thing to go in. So you kind of have no excuse to not do it. You can't say, well, I don't have any concrete anchors. So in this case, they give it to you. I guess the only thing is you can say if you don't have a drill, but I have a drill, so no excuse. Anyway, so let's get it on, and I'll do time lapse. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so here we are. Here is our 6-drawer Nordli. Yeah, it's going to take you at least 2 hours, probably 3 or 4, depending on how much you rush. And if you can get a hand, obviously much faster. Construction-wise, it's not bad. I mean, the wood, it's all fiberboard. It's the same as any IKEA stuff. They're just all variations on the theme. This one is a little bit different because it has that whole modular thing. So, you know, it's actually 2 separate pieces. I guess at some point you could take it apart if you buy an extra top and bottom piece. The weight is an issue, so you could see I was a bit struggling when I had to lift up, you know, 3 drawer sections here. A few small things like make sure that you put the pedestal, the bottom pedestal, with the lip facing forward. The first time I actually had it the wrong way. There's a couple things like that where you could screw up, but otherwise it's not too bad. There's a little bit of a pain when you're lifting up this heavy thing, trying to line up like 4 wooden pegs and then 4 of these screw things, so it gets a little bit tricky. Definitely if you had some extra help it would be easier. Putting the drawers in, not that bad once you know, by the time I got to the 5th or 6th one, pretty easy. There is some, I would call it, I guess, fit and finish type thing. So despite the fact that I think I've got everything pretty tight, some of these drawer fronts are not actually on like completely perpendicular. They're kind of stilted. So I'll show a view from this side and you can see a little bit better. So I don't know if that's because of the slider things or if I didn't tighten or I over tightened some of the drawers or something, but it's not the end of the world either way. There is actually an adjustment screw on these sliders, so actually probably that'll fix it if you want to go through all the trouble. But yeah, you get the idea. So overall, yeah, it's not going to win any awards, but not too bad. I'll see how it is. If I really don't like it, if there's something on here that breaks or whatever, I'll definitely do a follow-up review. And if you guys want to see follow-up reviews on any of the other IKEA stuff I've done, just recently I did the packs, like as in I did it 2 days ago, and you'll see it here maybe a week or 2 before I put this one out. And I did the brims bed with the no headboard, but the underbed storage. So anyway, if you're interested, check those videos out. And if you have follow-up questions about any of these guys, let me know in the comment section below. Thanks a lot. Bye.